Well, here we are, Story Creek Shelter, heading out this morning. Little spur trail to the shelter. It doesn't set right on the trail like most of them do. It's got a little spur trail. It sets back off up here in the woods. Nice and quiet. Wish nothing fell out of my pockets. Getting ready. Alright. Onward to Highway 27 and hopefully have self-service where I can call Bluebell Cafe and have a second breakfast. So far nice and cool this morning, but I figure the temperature's going to get up today and get a little warm. There's a picture of the little creek in there. Kind of comes together at a junction point where you cross it, actually cross the creek at. First spiderweb of the day. Great. There's a spring, I guess, when the water's low. Someone's put a rock carrier in there, but they put up a new sign, so surely you can see that. I don't think I filmed this yesterday. There's the trail going down to the creek where you cross the creek. Blaze, there's a shelter sign. And we started a series of switchbacks, it looks like. Climbing, so put it away and see if I can get up this mountain. Now coming up from Story Shelter, Forest Service Road. Maybe 605 or 505. Not 100% sure. It's a good climb up out there. We're still climbing. Not a well-traveled forest road, but probably got a gate on it somewhere. Alright. Nice big sign. Looks like onward and upward it. Sign on this side is 605, Forest Road 605. So now we know for sure. Well, just once you top out the climb there and start downhill, here's the Womble Trail. That one goes up down that way. We won't have to come back and do that at a later date. See how long it is. Maybe a long weekend or something or other. So get over here and you can see the view I got for today. Yep. Walking in the clouds. Humid as all get out though. Little area just opened up here. You have to kind of see up in the woods. We've been following this, I guess, old boundary line here for quite a ways across here. But the folks that put that fence up had their job cut out for them at one time or another. They was dividing the boundaries up in here for some reason. I'm sure at one time or another it was private property with the Forest Service. Got a hold of it, but come across here quite a ways. We're on this ridge top. You guys had a breeze, that's for sure. Okay, just come down a series of pretty steep switchbacks. You can get dumped out on the road here. Not sure what this road is, but another forest road. Yeah, looks like we get across the bridge, don't it? Wade the Muddy Creek. Which just looks like it'd be a good spot to find a campground. I bet there's some camping in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is an excellent water source. Even though they've had a lot of rain, I bet this has got water in it year round. From the looks of it. And as hot as I am right now, I like being there swimming. Again. But, oh, lordy, the water's deep on the bridge. Yeah, I know. My feet's not wet yet. Look at our engineers. Water standing on top of the bridge deck. Okay. Let's get up here and walk along. Let's hope it don't fall. Keep my feet as dry as I can. There we go. We made it across. Oh, mercy, there's another depot. Alright, now we made it across. Muddy Creek. Nice little mountain stream, it looks like. And there's a sign pointing me back into the woods. Imagine here in a couple of weeks when deer season gets opened up, this road will be hot and heavy. There's someone mowed back in here. That's awful nice of them. New signage. Nice big sign. Okay. I don't see nothing. I was hoping it's his sign told me what that forest road was, but I don't see it. It may be a county road too. Who knows? Alright. We crossed the river, or creek. So you know what that means. We get to climb again. I just come past Muddy Creek down this little draw. There's mile 119. Up that way we go. Not much to look at. Just in a little draw, and it is humid anyway, so the minute I stop, my glasses fogs up, so I can't see much anyway. So, camera off, on, there we go. Just past 119. This may have water, it may not. I'm going to say probably not, for the simple fact there's a blaze right there on the tree. You can see that water's pretty deep. So, we're going to ease off down this way and see if we can find a place to rock hop across there. Alright, and coming down off the mountain. Mile marker 121, standing at. This is called Smith Creek, we're fixing to fall off down into. So, I can hear the vehicles on the highway, so I'm getting close to Arkansas 27. I don't know if Smith would be reliable or not, just kind of looking at it. Like I'm sure in the summer months it's going to dry up. But they've had some of those deals that they've had rain. There should be water here. So, be another place to fill up with water again if you need it to. Okay. There's where I came from. There's where I'm headed. Blue blaze across the creek over there on the tree. Alright, 298, 17 miles. That should be on tomorrow's radar. Not today. But hopefully tomorrow's. We'll see how everything pans out. Bag is heavy. Got 4 days worth of food on me. Just got dropped off at the 27 highway trailhead by Miss Lori. She come in and picked me up about 10. Went down, had a bacon cheeseburger, onion rings, Dr. Pepper. Plus I have a sandwich in the bag for tonight. Ham sandwich, so bag's heavy, but on we go. Got a warm day, but looks like we finally humidity's dropping a little bit, so that, and the wind's blowing, so that'll help a bunch. All right, here we go. Ranger John Orchard shelter. This is one of the older ones. So, kind of dark. Nice picture of her, assuming who we had. Forest Service. Alrighty. So, as far as I know, I don't recall seeing anybody right. There's water close by to the shelter, but it's only like 1:30 or 2, so I'm still moving on. Alright, here we go. Well, there's a sign down to the John Orchard shelter. Took a little video in front of it a while ago. You can see it kind of off down in the woods there. So, it's one of the older shelters. There's still nothing wrong with it. It's sitting on the side of the mountain and its doors facing north, or the open side's facing north. So it could be a little chilly in the wintertime. But if it's raining, you know that weather, any little bit will help. Alright, onward we go. Haven't seen any mile markers here lately. So, I think that was a mile in from the trailhead, what I remember. Okay, we're heading to the river. Somewhere around the 123 mile mark, I'm past the John Orchard shelter. The trail kind of comes on down on top of the hill, and then we can kind of go on down the hill, but not really, you know, too much downhill. But I don't know if you can see out there or not. I'm finally getting some views. Fog's gone finally. Winds blowing. It sure makes life a lot better. And a good breeze, so. Alright. We're still headed to the river. There's where I came from. I believe that ways to the river. Let's go. Guess that one close again. 123. Right there. There's a view. Looks like it's probably been burned in here. Sure is pretty. I just came past, let me just back up here. About 123 and a half, 3/4, somewhere in there. And that seep in there looks like it may hold water for a good while. So, there's a possible water source. Of course, we've had a lot of rain this year. Not been as dry as it has been, but that's a possibility for water. From the John Orchard shelter there, it has been a pretty easy downhill cruise. Almost straight there in a few places. Not winding around hardly any at all. So, you youngsters that likes to hammer out miles, don't be running down through there when you think you need to. Because there is some opening in the trees, you do get some pretty good views. Not too bad of a view. But there's a couple of openings that looks a whole lot better than that. Alright, onward we go. Yeah, I had to fire it back up. It's coming out to a nice little area here. It can be grilled up. It is. But Here's a nice little view. I just came out on the road, crossed over here. I was looking at the map here. Be right in there. You can see that road right above where I got maybe water marked. All right, off down that way we're going. We're still moving on, headed to the river. Looks like we're around just a little past the 124, about 124 and a quarter. Here we go. Well, there's where I came from. There's where I'm headed up. 125 mile mark. So we're moving on. I'm down this holler, it's hot. But at least the humidity ain't sky high, so the sweat does evaporate off of you. So we got about 3.5 more miles to the river, I think. Be there in an hour and a half, probably, hopefully. All goes well. All right, here we go. Well, there's where I came from. Up the hill, and I mean up the hill. And here is a dried pond. The size of that pine tree right dead center in the middle of it, I don't think it holds water. It might. After a flood, you may have some water in there holding for a while, but I wouldn't count on it being too much water there. So back down that last creek, if you want for water, that'd been the place to look for water. All right, here we go. There's where I came from. That way's the river. Let's go. I stopped to catch my breath. Around to 125 and getting close to 125 and a half. Steep climb. Pretty much straight up, no switchbacks. Yeah, no switchbacks that I've gotten to yet. At least I'm getting high enough where I'm getting a breeze now, so that's one bonus. And I looked at the map while I was standing here. There's where I came from. That way technically is a river, but that's tomorrow, I guess. Orange Fork Creek is what I'm headed to. Orange Fork Creek. Still heading to water. That's the main thing. Water, and hopefully I can find a deep swimming hole. Just past the 26 mile mark, or 126 mile mark. The ridge pops around here on the north side of the mountain. You can kind of see the views out there. We're walking right on the edge of the mountain, so pretty views. Here you go. What you see on the trail every day. How does turtles make love? Well, here's a sign down to Bill Potter's shelter. There's looking back up in the woods where I came from. And that looks pretty steep going over in there. Take a look at that. That looks every bit of half a mile off the trail to go to that shelter. Thinking I'm going to go on down to the creek. Another mile, mile and a quarter. Camp there tonight. That's a full mile. One heck of a hill climb back up, if that's as steep as it looks like it may be, according to those gradient lines. Just to get out of there in the morning. So, I think that's my choice, is to keep going. There's a nice view. There's where I came from. That way is a creek. Oh, it's all downhill from, looks like it, when you come to the top. So if you did stay at that shelter in the morning and you're headed towards Pinnacle, you get to climb out of the shelter, then you get to climb again before you get to go downhill. Because you know, after you get to across the creek, you always get to go uphill. Well, I kept wondering where we were going to cross this at. Here it is. So, that's where I plan on camping tonight. Not sure which way the trail, looks like it goes that way across the rocks. There's looking back. So, flattest spot I've seen is right here in the middle. It's a freestanding tent. That's what it should be good for, right? Alright, proud of you. Let's get to work and find a campsite and get stuff set up. I think I've seen some back over here on the other side. Okay, going to recap what I've done today. Started here at Story Creek, went all the way up to Highway 7, called Lori, went and got a cheeseburger, came back to the trail, it's still like 1:41, so went on past the John Archer shelter, come on down, come on here, come to the Bill Potter shelter, looked at that and to me that looks like that's quite a ways difference, almost a mile to get to the creek. So I came down here and I'm camped right here. I think that was a 12-mile day, something like that. So not a bad day to have a good break in the middle with a cheeseburger. So tomorrow's plan is to truck along here, and I was looking at there's no water in this area, so probably take about 3 liters with me before I come up out of that creek. And we're going to go to Big Branch is probably going to be too early, so I'm going to try to get down here around Arkansas 298. I may camp right in there, depending on how good I'm feeling. We'll see. We may go up here to the what is that shelter? Blue Mountain Shelter. May try to make a run at that. That'll be the next water. It's going to be right there. So I don't like dry camping at all. I have to avoid it if all possible. So if I got to post up early, I don't think I can make it over there. And I really don't like getting into camp at dark. I like to have a little time to rest and eat. But we'll see how tomorrow plans out. Keep moving on.